Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a video about brushes. Everything in this cup. And it's face, eyes, and one for eyebrows. Well, you can use a few of these for your eyebrows if you really want to. So yeah, let's just get started. This is a powder brush from e.l.f. And I use this for multiple things. You can use it for powder. It's good to pat it on, but don't do that. You pat it on, especially like right under your eyes. I also have used this for foundation, and I like it for foundation as well. I also have used this one for foundation. You might have seen this in some of my videos. This one is from Coastal Scents. It has no number, so I can't really tell you. It came in a set. And this is just $3 from Target. They're not the best quality because, as you can see, I can almost pull that off, but it gets the job done, and I don't really mind replacing it if it's $3 every time it breaks. As far as contouring and bronzer, there's plenty of brushes that you can use for that. You can use this. I have another angled one too somewhere, but I prefer this. I know Sigma makes one something kind of like this. It's not angled, but same concept. I like them to be kind of small and compact and kind of round because it'll fit right in there. You don't want something to be so big. Let's see, like this. You don't want to be trying to put bronzer on with something like this. That's too big. You're going to get too big of a streak. Something like this is going to fit right in there, and you're just going to be able to fit it right in under your cheekbone, which is where you want your bronzer to be anyway. And then for blush, I like to use these. Any kind of brush like this. This came in a cheap set from Amazon. I just like it to be small and fit onto the cheek. I see a lot of people trying to use brushes like this. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Brush, and it is really soft. It's very soft, but that's huge for your cheek. If you have huge cheeks, then I guess it might work, but it just, I don't know, I feel like I'm putting way too much product on. I actually use this just to blend out everything, the way I don't have like harsh lines, but yeah, I prefer something like this. This can be used for face powder, blending. If you want to use it for blush, then you can, but I just prefer something a little bit smaller. The way you can work it in. It's better to start out with too little than to give one big swipe and have like blush everywhere. You don't, that's not cute. You don't want to do that. These things. Everybody asks me what you do with these. This is a fan brush. It's for highlighting, or if you mess up and get something on you, you just wipe it right away. That's what I use them for, but it says mainly for highlighting. This one is a huge one. Yeah, it's Coastal Scents. It came in the set with this one, so they don't have numbers. They just came in that set. This one is a Coastal Scents brush too. I don't think I told you, but it has a number on it. I'll link it down in the little box down there, so you can look it up, because they all have weird numbers. They're not like the Sigma brushes that are like E40s, E25s, which are easy to remember. This is like BRCN24. Nobody's gonna remember that, so I'm just gonna put it down there. But anyway, fan brush. Highlighting. If you've watched my highlighting and contour video, I'm pretty sure I used this one. Pretty sure. I'm trying to think. And then, like, they're good to take and highlight like that, because they're the fan. And then you do that, and then, you know, the whole shebang. That's what these are for. I don't use a lot of brushes on my face other than like to contour, blush, sometimes foundation, depending on how I'm feeling. I usually use my beauty blender. It's damp because I just used it. Some of these brushes are going to be dirty, like this one, because I have used them and I didn't want to wash all my brushes before this video. Some people like these, some people hate these. I personally, for gel liner, I do like these. It's really preference, but I don't like to use it to apply it at first, I actually like to use either this, which is just a very, it's just, I don't know even how to really explain this. It's just a flat angled brush. And I like to, I know you're not supposed to do this, but I like to tug and like line with this because it's a little bit bigger and thicker, so you can cover more space faster than with this little brush. So you're having to be like You've probably seen it in my videos of me using this, because I did used to use this to apply until I started using this. And then sometimes this just isn't working for me. I know we all have those days where our eyeliner doesn't look how we want it to do, or mascara looked better yesterday than it does today. And so then, if I'm having problems with this brush, I like to use this one, which is just the same concept. It's just smaller, so it's kind of easier to work with. This is by the brand Fash. I don't even know if you can even see that on there. But I just ordered a cheap set off of Amazon a long time ago, at least 3 years ago. It's because I had no makeup brushes. None, if you can believe that. Everyone needs to own these. Everyone needs to own these. Everyone asks me, how do you blend your eyeshadow? What brushes do you use to blend your eyeshadow? What brushes should I get? These. This black fluffy brush is great for like when you're first putting in like your crease color and all that stuff. It fits in there perfectly, and it's so fluffy, it blends out really well, and it's good to go back over colors to blend them out the way you don't have any harsh lines. And then this one is good for like placing color and really like dragging it through the crease. These two will be your best friends. You can use your finger to put on a lid color, but you're not going to get a blended look, or you're not going to be able to blend anything if you don't have these brushes. You need these brushes. These were actually super cheap. These are not from Sigma or MAC or anything like that. These are actually Coastal Scents brushes. Like this one. This is also a Coastal Scents brush. It kind of looks like the black fluffy brush, blending brush we just had, but if you look, you can see this one is like, I don't know, flatter, I guess is a good way to say it. What I use this for, I mean, you can use it, you can also use it for like packing on color. You can blend out with this if you wanted to. It's all about preference, really. This is just what I use this for. I mean, you can use it, you can also use it for like packing on color. You can blend out with this if you wanted to. It's all about preference, really. This is just I totally just threw the brush. Anyway, it's all about preference, really. This is just my essentials of what I use, and what some basic functions for the brushes are, but this can be used for a plethora of things. But what I use it for is the contour monos. But where it's flat and fluffy, it fits really good and it blends it out really well when you're going down, like so. You see? You can't buy this brush, so I almost don't want to show it to you. But if you have the Naked 2 palette, you have this brush. And it has this flat shader brush on the end, and then it has the fluffy blending brush. If you have the Naked 2 palette, you can do so, like this is the Naked 2 palette right here. You can do so many looks just with this brush. This is actually a really good brush for them to put in this palette, because this is good for like packing on color, and then it's pretty dense, so it's stiff enough to where you can put it like underneath, and then you have the blending, and then you can also, it's small enough to where you can blend on your lower lash line as well. This is an e.l.f. contour brush. This is actually supposed to be for your crease. I used to use it for that way back when, but it doesn't blend out very well because it is so small, and like it is pretty, it's pretty dense, so it's not as fluffy. But one thing it is good for blending is under here. Pencil brushes are the best per se. I do have one, well, I did have one from Sigma, and it was like the best thing ever. $3 at Target, I think. It might be less, but it's $3 or less. It's not more than $3 for sure. And it's perfect for under here because it's domed, so it kind of fits, and you can blend everything out because you really want to blend out your lower lash line. You don't want to leave like a harsh line under there because it looks it looks harsh. It doesn't look blended out and soft like you want it to. Especially for beginners who are just starting to put eyeshadow and stuff into their crease, the best a brush like this that's kind of domed but angled and fluffy is going to be your best bet, because this is going to fit right where you want it to, and you're just going to have to blend in. You see where it's angled, it fits right in there. And if you're just starting out wearing makeup or doing like actual like eyeshadow looks, this is really good. This is what I started off using. I got the e.l.f. one, which is not in here, but it's a little bit bigger. I prefer this one. This is a Coastal Scents one. I'm pretty sure any brush that was in that kit that's a Coastal Scents brush, it has like a twin that's just, they sell separately. It just has a certain number. This is actually really good for beginners. So if you're just starting out and you want a really blended crease, I would suggest something like this, because it's kind of foolproof because it fits right in there. For lid color, I really like this brush. Most of these brushes that I'm using on myself are Coastal Scents. Just throw that out there. They're Coastal Scents, e.l.f., or a random brand. It's a flat shader brush. This is awesome for lid color. It's small, so it fits like right on there, and you can pat it. It's also really good for applying pigments, because you want to get your brush wet. You can get this damp. I use a setting spray and spray on there to get it damp, or MAC Fix Plus is good, or you can just get your hand, like run your hand under the faucet, get a little bit damp, and pick up some water. Don't stick the brush underneath the faucet, because then it will get too damp. But yeah, so that's good for pigments. And you can also apply a lot of higher end eyeshadows wet. You can get a brush wet and they'll work just fine, because a lot of them are baked. A lot of the drugstore stuff you can't, because I mean, it's cheaper quality, and if you put that on there, if you put like a wet brush on there, sometimes it leaves a film, and then your product's kind of ruined. So another good one is this, especially if you're doing just like a wash of color and you don't want anything too intense. You can just pick up your color and you just lightly put the color on there, and you can build it as you want. I mean, you can keep adding more to intensify it, but this is really good for a lid. You can also turn this to the side and run it through your crease. There's so many tips that, like, there's so many tricks to brushes. I mean, they have certain uses. Like, this is for eyeshadow. They all have certain uses, but they all can do multiple things once that you get the hang of doing your makeup. One brush isn't set to do one thing. There's so many options with brushes. It's just, this is just what the basics are. I like this brush. This is also an eye brush. Yeah, these are all eye brushes. I'll actually go back and talk about eyebrows in just a second, but I like this to pack on color underneath here on your lower lash line. Just pick up your color, and then you just tap, 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 however far like in you want. Like today I went all the way in almost, but usually I just go to like right here, and then you take a dome brush or pencil brush and just blend that out, and it looks much softer, and it makes your bottom lash line look kind of smoked out, and it looks softer and not so harsh. The less harsh the better. And for eyebrows, that's what a brush like this is for. This used to have little like a little comb on the top, but it broke off. What the comb is for is to comb through lashes. Like if you get clumpy mascara and you need to comb through your lash, excuse me, you need to comb through your lashes. That's what that's for. I broke mine off. I don't even remember how, but I ruined it. But that's what this is for. It's just a brush. All you use it for is just to groom those brows. And for eyebrows, now I do my eyebrows differently now. I do plan on doing a tutorial on my eyebrows. It's a lot different than how that I used to do them, like with the blog post that I have with the cream liner from e.l.f. and the angle brush. I don't really do that anymore. I actually use a pencil, and then I do fill them in with with an eyeshadow. I'll actually just show you the brush I use so you can get an idea. I just used this little one. It came in a Too Faced eyeshadow palette thing. I just like it because it's small and I can hold on to it and get in there really good. But yeah, that's pretty much my essential brushes. I mean, I have odds and end brushes in here, but they're basically just duplicates of something else that you're using for the same thing. So yeah, there's really not a ton of brushes that you need. You could get, like, literally, I picked out essentials, like essentials for just the everyday person. This might seem a little bit much to someone that doesn't do makeup a lot, but if you're just starting out, this is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brushes, and all of these were super cheap. You could take like $30 and buy all of these, if $30. It might not even be $30 to be honest. But I would use one of these for foundation if you don't want to use like a beauty blender or something with a flat top. Sigma makes a good one, but this one is a Coastal Scents one, and I'm pretty sure you can get, like, just order the individual brush from Coastal Scents, and this was probably maybe $10, maybe, and it might even be $10, maybe it's like $6. Little fluffy brush for your powder. This is $3 from e.l.f. You can order this stuff online as well, but if you don't have a Target near you. But yeah, just a cheap little fluffy brush. Blush brush. This came in a set. The whole set was $15, so a brush like this shouldn't be too much more expensive. I'm sure I can find one that is similar to this on the Coastal Scents website. Contour brush if you want to wear bronzer. If you don't like bronzer, then you wouldn't even need this. This one was, I did order this separately, and I'm pretty sure it was like $5. And then 3 eye brushes. Fluffy blending brush. This one adds color and will blend your color out a lot better. And then this to pack on your lid color. That's all you would actually really need if you were just starting out and you want to buy brushes. Those, I think I said 6. Those 6 brushes would be like ideal. You would probably need nothing else. I need more. I'm a makeup artist, so I mean, I have to do more intricate looks, and a lot of people want different things, and certain tools are required for that. But just for, if I didn't, well, I can't say if I didn't do makeup that I wouldn't have as many brushes, because I love makeup. But just for like the everyday mom or college student or whatever, high school student that just is getting into makeup and wants a good set of brushes, just buy like those 6 brushes, and you won't even have to buy a whole set, and you'll be good to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comment below. Subscribe if you want to. Thumbs up this video. If there's anything else you want to see, just let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.